Good afternoon, everybody. Today, we have the honor of having Nikolas Korakidis in our podcast.
Thank you so nice to see you and honored to be one of your guests from A to B. I love it.
Yeah. Thank you for being here, Nico. We've recorded a podcast in the future, or in the past before. I think it was a year, 1.5 year ago, when I was very excited about launching my podcast. And I asked you to experiment with me and me trying to configure the setup, and we used a different tool back in the day. Now, again, I asked, does anybody want to be my guinea pig and experiment with my podcast episode number 3? And you said yes again. So thank you for saying yes.
Of course, this is what I do for a living. I experiment. So every chance I have to experiment, whatever that is, I just take it.
Nice. Yes. Let's talk about that in more detail later, because I think it's very interesting for the audience to talk.
I hope so. Yeah, I think it's very interesting overall.
So I'm experimenting too, because I've been willing to launch this podcast, and I've already made a lot of mistakes in the past. The two first episodes I recorded, I thought I recorded video, but I only recorded audio. So that's why
Been there.
it's the first video podcast we are launching, and the first are two audios.
Nice. That's really really cool. Glad to be here. I hope I'm looking good.
Yes, you are. So I think that's a good topic to start upon. And learning, the podcast is called From A to B. So I would like to bring the audience some stories about where did you come from when you were a kid, or when you started your career, wherever you want to take off, until where you are today. And hopefully they can be inspired. We can give them some pointers. So I think
Yeah.
the experimentation topic is something you love. So tell us, how long have you been? Where do you want to start with the experimentation adventure?
So I think I started experimenting when I was a very, very, very small kid. Then I've never grown up. I'm still a kid. Just my body is just changing, but the inside is a kid, and I love experimentation. I'm not going to go very, very, very back behind in my childhood. I keep that for my therapist. Together, we can go back to when I started my professional career. For those who probably doesn't know me, and a lot who actually know me, my professional career started with orthopedic nursing. I finished the medical school and I did orthopedic nursing and orthopedic surgery. My family were very proud of me going into the medical school, and yeah, I did this. I finished the studies, and I was very excited about it. But while I was working in the field, it was not something for me. So I decided to experiment with something else. I went into the hospitality business. I started my own business. I had a bar and a restaurant for a while. Yeah, after the crisis started in Greece, and for those who didn't get it already, I am from Greece. So I decided to move outside of the country. I had two destinations in mind and two families to foster me. One in New York City, actually one in Amsterdam, and one in New Amsterdam. So New York City and Amsterdam. And for practical reasons, I choose Amsterdam. Yeah, I moved there since. I started working in the hospitality, of course, and this is something I was very passionate about. A few years later, I was just growing older, and the industry was not feeding me anymore. What was the next journey? Studying programming and software engineering. So I attended two schools: the School of Applied Technology of Stockholm, which I did online, and then the Codicere Academy here in Amsterdam. I graduated, and shortly after, I landed my first job in the industry, and from there I started as a front end developer, actually full stack developer, and then front end. Then I switched into A/B testing. I started doing A/B testing, and from there I'm experimenting ever since in different roles. At the moment, I'm a full stack developer and an AI specialist. It's been a lot of different paths. I don't know what the future holds, so that will be. Astronaut, maybe. This is something I've never tried before. Yeah.
Nice. So it's an interesting route, an interesting adventure. So how did you end up from going from orthopedic nurse to hospitality to a developer? What made you choose the switch? Why did you switch?
Problem solving. I was always very into tech in general. So by tech, I mean one very big part of my life in the past. Mostly, it was music. I'm a musician, not a very good one, but I play a lot of instruments, and I also used to do a lot of music productions. So I was always working with complicated software programs. It was something I really liked to do. And through that, I was doing blogs and vlogs as well. And there I was doing video editing, but also I was building landing pages, HTML and CSS back in the day. And it was something that I really liked. So I really liked to create my page for my video and then just add the small weather app there and then just change the backgrounds. And uh, for me, I was doing it on the side of my work. So I was working for 8, 10 hours and then another 4 hours. And I was like, whoa, can you imagine that you can do this for a living? So at some point I was working for a few years old. Yeah, I was almost 30. I was 28 and I had some savings and I was like, okay, uh, do I see myself doing this forever? No. So yeah, I really love building stuff. Whatever that is. Is it content? Is it website? Is it experiences? And the programming was fostering everything. So with programming, you can do everything you want. You can create programs, you can create utilities, you can create websites. Whatever comes to mind is something you can do with programming. So then it was one way road for me. And here we are.
Programming has, of course, changed a lot since when you started teaching yourself.
Yeah, a
Back
lot.
back in the day, it was 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Mainly coding. So you had to learn certain languages, coding languages, and nowadays with the whole wave of AI, of course, code is just a language. How do you look at coding nowadays?
It's
Or rephrased, if people want to become a builder or developer like yourself, how would you encourage them to start? Do they still need to learn to code, or is it language speaking to an AI?
I always say, and my advice is because I followed this since my childhood until today, follow your passion. So if your passion is to build, start building. And if you want to build a website, you don't need to learn programming, right? Why you don't? Because you can just go to Lovable. You can go to Lovable, for example, and just prompt a website. And if it's not enough for you, you can squeeze another prompt there. And if it's not enough for you and required from you to create something with programming, then go to the next step and start learning programming. So at the moment, follow the steps uh, one by one. I say this to everybody since I work with AI the past 2 years nonstop. The past 6 months to 11 months, I think I just work with AI. I just don't do anything else. And whenever I need to do something further, yeah, I dive deep into it. But if I need to do a website now, I'm not going to program it like I was 4 years ago or 2 years ago. I'll just go to Lovable and build it for me in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour. And for those who are starting, this is my message. Start building simple stuff and let artificial intelligence be your guide and your tutor, because there's no other better tool and guide than artificial intelligence. Whatever you choose, it will give you the steps one by one. Just explain your problem and then the solution is there.
Do you believe people still need to understand code in order to get the most benefits out of the AI, to give the AI the right instructions, or is it just more the creativity, or is it a combination?
It's just a creativity. You don't need to understand code. If it's working, it's working. So you don't need to know how is it changing from dark your website to white. Is it working when you click it? Passing all the tests? That's it. So yeah, the programming is less and less important for this kind of projects. And then again, as I said, the further you go into the utilities you want to add, then maybe later you need to learn more and more. And then you learn by doing. So yeah, to start, that say the MVP, just start. And yeah, if you need to learn something in the way, Yeah, it depends on of how difficult it wanted to be.
And on the topic of experimentation, so you also mentioned that you were in A/B testing a lot. Is any changes there? Is it still writing code? Are you using mainly the standard tools? Are you using AI? I can imagine you use a lot of creativity to come up with the hypothesis, what you want to test. So can you tell the audience a little bit how nowadays, like say January 2026, how do you approach A/B testing?
If you are into e-commerce, for example, which we have a lot of clients working in, experimentation is all about AI now. Is the whole industry is very slow to adopt that. And for me, I mainly use AI for everything. The difficulty on A/B testing is that it's a niche, and it's something you need to do. You still need to have a human doing. It's not very easy to solve complicated puzzles with AI. In that front, A/B testing, you still need to have an experienced developer to help you do complicated stuff. But again, as I said, if you want to start small, you can have AI doing the simple stuff for you. At the moment, with A/B testing, is a combination between developer and artificial intelligence. I use it a lot for analysis. AI now is insane with analysis. You can just drop the data there and just give you amazing insights. So for everybody who's listening out there, please stop fearing artificial intelligence in terms of, oh, I don't want to put my data there. Just do it. It's really going to help you a lot. It's going to give you a lot of insights about your business, how it works. You can find and identify patterns, which is something that you really need to know how your audience is working and what they like, what they don't like. It's really important. And yeah, it takes away hours. I remember back in 2020, 2021, when I was doing an analysis for an A/B test, it would take me 2 hours to make a 5-slide analysis, 1 hour to analyze from GA, and then another 45 minutes to 30 minutes to build the slides. And I was actually very passionate to do it as fast as possible, and I managed to do it in 1 hour and 2 analysis per day even. And I was like, wow, you literally drop in the data, and in 10 seconds you have the analysis, and then like in 1 minute you have the slideshow ready, and it's mind-blowing because now, yeah, whatever I was doing in 2 hours and 1 hour, I can do it literally in 5 minutes. It's insane.
Can you tell the audience a little bit more about experimentation? Like we started the conversation. I think it's a nice topic because I see a lot of people still struggling with experimentation. Their fear of failing or trying to be perfect. So why would I experiment? Because I'll just grind as long as I have to make it perfect. So what is the mindset behind experimentation?
I would just prompt everybody, go back in the beginning of the conversation. It's all about curiosity. And if you don't have the curiosity, you are failing behind. You don't need to have a big team. You don't need to have the most expensive tools. You just need to have curiosity to learn. The biggest pitfall for the companies nowadays is they want to have the perfect program to move on with experimentation. Just need like 1 or 2 people, especially nowadays, to be able to extract value. Actually, I say that all the time. If you have a website, you need to experiment. If you have a website and it's not a gallery website, like you just show your images and you don't really care. If you have a website and from that website you try to convert the people to do something, you need to experiment. And why you need to experiment? Because there's no other way to grow. There is no other way to know what is better for your audience. Take every big company, Amazon, Bol.com, Booking.com. And these are like the masters of experimentation, and why they're putting so much resources. Booking.com last year did 50,000 A/B tests. 50,000 is insane, the number. And I know companies that they struggle to do 10. And they're like, yeah, but this is not really working. Yeah, of course it's not working because you need volume, and you do not need to have the perfect test or the perfect data set for everything. You just need to do. small things, test this, 2 weeks, test 10 things, small things, little things, and collect data. Of the more you know, you're going to gain more profit. And it's something that it also takes time. So yeah, do not fear and ask. I was reading a really nice book the other day, and it said something that really resonated with me. The difference between those who fail and those who succeed, and it's something that I read from you as well, and it was like, oh, this is nice. Is asking for feedback. So the people who generally do not ask for feedback, they fail or they don't grow. But the people who ask for feedback, they grow, and they always, well, one step ahead because they know. Knowledge is power. And the only way to obtain knowledge in your website is through testing, A/B testing, and conversion rate optimization. There is no other way. That's how it is. Definitely, you need to have it in your website. It's a must.
So in your experience, you've talked to a lot of people about A/B testing, experimenting, starting up with AI. Hey, you tend to talk to a lot of people that are not doing something, and you try to convince them or show them the way. Say, hey, how about we experiment with ABC? What is the common thing you find with people why they don't do it? Are they scared of the outcome? Yeah. So from
I
all of your
think
conversations, what's the red line why people don't do it?
I think it's considered to be a niche. It's considered to be something difficult that you need to have a big team for that. And a lot of people they have the fear of walking into the unknown. Yeah, I know this is important for my website. Yeah, I know it's gonna make it better, but yeah, I don't have the team right now, or I don't have the budget, or I have never done it before. Which you don't need a big team and you don't need a big budget. You can literally do it yourself. Start small and do one thing per month. When you realize and you see the value, you only need one winning variation to make you the money to be able to hire a bigger team, and then it just goes exponentially bigger and bigger and bigger. Oh yeah, you just need 2% of uplift in one test. Forget all the ones you don't win, and then from there, the return on investment is insane. So yeah, most of the people fear the unknown, and they have not done it before, because if you've done it before, you know the value. And this is what I see across all the clients that I've worked, and I work with a lot of companies and very big companies in the Netherlands and in Europe. So the big companies, they know the value. They know the value. They have team set, zero experts, data analysts, developers. And the goal is to be able to leave from an agency for create a whole program to go and be a booking or a Netflix company. So this is a goal for everybody. For a very small company, there's like, yeah, this is never going to happen. This is so far ahead. We need to make a lot of money to be able to do this. No, that's false. You do not need to make a lot of money. You need to make a lot of experiments, to fail a lot, learn, and the return on investment is coming exponentially. So this is my message to everybody. Really start. And where to start? Just ask. Just ask for feedback, and just ask me. Send me a message on the LinkedIn. I will find time to respond like I do for everybody. And if I don't have time, you ask the next person and the next person, and then make a post and ask for feedback. That's the only way to go forward. So this is something I really want to encourage people to do. Communicate more. And if you want to learn something, ask for it. There's no other way.
Good for the people that are find it difficult to start from a blank sheet, but they do want to start experimenting, but it's unknown, it's uncertain. I don't know where to start. So you have some people that really thrive on generating ideas from a blank sheet, and there's other people that are really great. Okay, there's already something there and I can take it to beyond, right? So for the people that in small medium enterprises that, okay, Nicholas, I hear you, I want to start experimenting, because especially in this age it's important, but I just don't know where to start. Do I do it
Perfect.
by website? Do I do it with my emails, my messages?
Perfect.
How
That
do
is that
where
is
do I
that is
start?
a perfect question. That is a perfect question. And now we're living the age of knowledge. You literally can have and you literally can know anything. If you don't know where to start, go ask your free tool. Go ask Google. Like literally, you can have a full scale zero program for your website of your business or your whatever you have, just literally by prompting in a free tool. You don't even have to pay for it. Yeah, it's that simple. Do you want to have a program? Yeah. What is your business? Go create a prompt. Learn how to create prompts. This is something very important. And if you don't know how to create prompts, ask the ChatGPT to help you, or whatever tool you are using to help you to learn how to create prompts. Literally, whatever your problem, this is something I try to communicate with everybody that they hesitate to use artificial intelligence now, is like the most important thing is whatever question you have in your head, go ask the robots. People are still have a little bit of shame to ask something stupid. I ask the most stupid stuff in ChatGPT or whatever I use, and you'll be surprised what things I ask. Just do it. There's nobody there to judge you. It's just an AI model, and then from there you're gonna learn and improve and improve. So yeah, that's how it works.
So it's as simple as I just get the free subscription or the free version of any AI or any paid
Exactly.
version, whatever, and I just start prompting whatever comes to mind and see what happens. That's what you're saying? Just start.
Free knowledge for everybody right now. If you want to try it yourself, go download or go into a Chrome browser, doesn't matter where. Go in a tool, give your website link, and ask it to audit you, give you 3 A/B testing ideas. Go to a tool called VWO and have a free account there. Link your website and then test it immediately. In 1 hour, you can have one test live. And it's simple as that. You don't need to have any team or anything. When you see the value, when you start seeing the data and the results coming in, when you start making money out of it, then start and hire a bigger team, hire an agency to do it for you, and then go for the real big numbers. Until then, just do it yourself. Just try it. So it's simple as that.
So it's curiosity based on,
Curiosity.
hey, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a leader, I'm a creator, whatever. I want to grow. I'm curious. Am I able to grow? If yes, where can I grow? Where do I need to start? I open any AI tool and I start having a conversation, either with typing or with voice, talking to it while walking, whatever. But then again, Nico, it feels uncomfortable for me, right? I'm like you mentioned, I'm a little ashamed of talking to a robot and asking the robot questions because I have this voice in my mind. But don't I already need to know all this stuff?
Yeah. No. So this is the biggest problem and the biggest blocker for anybody who's not doing it. Them, their own selves, your own insecurities, your own issues are standing in front of your success. That is pretty much it. And if you're not going to get over it, as I said like a few minutes ago, the difference between those who make it and those who doesn't is, yeah, you just break the wall and just go through it. If you're feeling uncomfortable to talk to the AI or go for a walk and talk to your mobile phone and yeah, have a conversation with the robots, yeah, okay, then someone else will do it. Someone else will be one step ahead of you, probably your competition. So yeah, let them do it. And then you'll learn when they already succeed, then you're behind. At some point, you will have to do it. And this is what I think, especially if in this industry, and especially if you want to make it, actually survive, you will have to do it. If you are hesitating to use it, these tools that now we have, yeah, you're just going to fall behind. And then it's really hard to catch up. This is my biggest fear that I share with everybody. Like just start doing it small. I do have clients like multi-million companies that they do not even want to use it. And I'm like, you're so far behind from competition. And I was like, oh, why these people are doing 20 tests per week? Yeah, because they use AI and you don't. And you're still trying to think of stuff. No, you don't have to. Let the robots do the work for you. This is why they're built.
Right. Yeah, so it comes down to not so much the tools, because I can also understand there's a lot of people are hesitant because which tool do I need to use? But it's not about the tool, it's about your drive, your curiosity, getting started, just figuring things out. And then it doesn't matter if you start with ChatGPT or you use Gemini. It doesn't really matter, right?
It's like you are driving a car. You don't really know which car it fits you the best. What do you need to do? You need to go to the car dealership, try a
Mm.
few cars, and then go to the next one and try a few cars. And then it's like, that is for me. That's my car. So that is how it works. You just need to try stuff. Every single tool, and I'll say the third time, every single tool has a free version. So go test it out for a week until your prompts run out, whatever that is. And yeah, just find whatever suits you better and use it.
But Nico, I don't have time to play around with all the tools and to fiddle because I'm already working 40, 50 hours a week. I have targets. I'm busy. There's a lot of pressure. And now you're telling me I need to experiment and spend time fiddling around with these things. So where on earth do I find the time to do that?
Very, very simply, when I was doing coding 4 years ago, I was coding 40 or more hours per week. For the same work now, I code 10 hours per week.
Mm.
So when you learn how to use the tools, it's going to save you so much time. Instead of writing an email that it will take you 30 minutes, you give a general idea on your phone, and then it will just create you a better, 10 times better email. And if you don't like it, you keep the same conversation, you adjust it, and at some point it has completely your tone of voice. So boom, there you go. That's 25 minutes out of the box. What do you need to do? You need to read an Excel sheet and extract information. Well, that's an hour work. Well, just let AI do it for you. It's 1 minute, then you have 59 minutes free. The more you use artificial intelligence, the more time you extract for yourself. I think for me, the last years that I use artificial intelligence so much, the biggest win is I have so much more time to allocate to different things. So instead of programming for 40 hours, now I program 20 hours and then I do a different project for the other 20 hours. And, you can even take time to go for a walk. You can even think and develop. I had colleagues in the past that were like, yeah, I work so much, I don't have time to develop myself. I have to do it outside of the working hours. Now you can develop and work at the same time. You can find a combination. It's so simple. So yeah, it's a lifesaver. Yeah, I really encourage everybody to use it. I already see a lot of people are not still doing it, and I'm like, holy, how is this even possible? Yeah, you can have so much time saved for yourself and allocate it in different stuff that makes more impact for you, for your business, for your employees, and think that it needs to be integrated sooner or later for everybody.
Good points. Points.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you see and what I hear in this conversation, the experimentation part is a very important topic. Not only regards to A/B testing and finding out what works and what doesn't, but it's also a mindset wanting to be curious and figure things out. But there are so many tools at the moment in AIs. Where do you find the content or inspiration to, like you mentioned with the car example, where to go, which car to drive? Because you can't experiment them all. So how do you pick? How do you prioritize?
Yeah, that's a great question. For me personally, my biggest inspiration, I'm a huge consumer. I'm not just building tents in e-commerce. I'm not just building websites. I consume a lot. I order a lot online, almost everything. I spend a lot of time online on websites, on tools and everything. So for me, it's natural to explore everything. Every new tool that is coming out, I try it. What is it this week? I remember back 2 years ago, I was trying one tool for the whole week and I was writing feedback. And I remember started with ChatGPT. I was working for it for 1 week. The next week I was just logging out and I was going to Grok. The next week I was logging out, I was going to Perplexity. Next week I was logging out, I was going to Gemini. For me, it's my nature. I want to know. Because if there's an opportunity for me, I cannot bear to, or I cannot afford to miss out. So it's my nature to just keep exploring. Yeah, this is how I do it.
And do you have any tips for people that are just getting into the AI space? So they finally found the motivation to start, and then, okay, which tool do I start? Do you base it on your profession? So if I'm a designer, I start out with the AIs in Adobe, or I make a lot of presentations. I try Gamma. You tell them how to start. Or just keep it very simple. Stick with the number one still at the moment is just find out what their options are in ChatGPT or
Great. For me, I think for at the moment, at the state of the market at this moment, if you do not know where to start with Google Gemini. Why? Because I bet $100 that you're using a Chrome browser. And I think 95% of the users, nobody's using Internet Explorer or anything like that, right? You're not going to use Bing AI. I hope not. But yeah, so find the tool that is integrated in your computer. So I say just start with Gemini, for example, because it's there. It's have access to Google, and yeah, from there go to the next step when you need it, if you need it. So yeah, no, don't force yourself, but just start. That's the message.
yeah, I was thinking about two questions. So I'm going to think which I'm going to answer. Yeah. Jay, you mentioned Bing AI.
Yeah,
If I'm a company and I'm stuck to the Microsoft stack because we do everything in Microsoft, I'm stuck to Copilot. Then I think also Microsoft is launching quite some options in Excel and PowerPoint, but still not as much as Google Gemini lately with the whole Nano Banana integration into slides. But even for me, we just opened our Gemini Pro account, and there's so many options, even in my Gmail, in my calendar, that I feel overwhelmed. I need to fiddle around with all this stuff, and then mind is blown. Wow, I should have known about this months ago because it's a productivity hack, even on my Google Calendar, having all the insights and meeting books. So I don't need a Calendly anymore or whatever.
exactly.
What's my question?
No, yeah, I mean, I think from your story, it's really important to it just backs up what we're saying. Like you need to experiment with stuff. You need to go into it. Actually, this morning I had a call with a client. We were talking for 2 hours, and the problem was they could not integrate. And I'll show you now a simple solution of things that you have it, and you don't know it.
Hmm.
And they use Copilot. And they were like, yeah, we want to integrate with AI, but it's horrible because we have Copilot. We're not allowed to use anything else. We don't have anything else. So we are stuck with it. And it's not really, and I'm like, that is not actually true. You have Airtable also, right? And they were like, yeah, we have Airtable. Well, Airtable have Omni. Omni is an amazing tool integrated in your Airtable. And I've actually everything you want to do, it's better to do it in Omni than anywhere else because Airtable not only serves as a tool with an AI integration, but also serves as your database for everything you have. So there you go. They didn't even know they can do it. But yeah, sometimes the solution is just in front of you and you just don't know it. And the best way to find out is either connecting with a lot of people, consume a lot of information of the topic, or literally just ask the tool you are working with what other solutions I have and give it a lot of information. The more data you give, the better answers you're going to have. Hey, I work for company A and we're having these tools 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 tools. I want to boost my productivity. I want to save 5 hours per week from working time and invest it on education. What am I supposed to do? Try this. That's simple as that. Just a simple prompt that I just came up with. I'm 100% sure it will be like, whoa, I can actually do all that stuff. Oh, we have this tool. Oh, we have that tool. They all have integrated AI. Everything now almost have integrated artificial intelligence. So you can extract value from every single thing.
So last question, or maybe last question, because I might think of something else. But I'll try to
Make it work.
yeah, maybe one of the last questions.
Sounds good.
When did you start again become a developer? 2020?
2019,
2018.
2018, yeah.
Okay. So let's say 7 years. 7 years. So in 7 years, a lot has happened. What do you see for the next 7 years?
For the next 7 years, it's going very, very fast. So what I see now, it is going very, very fast. I see for the next 7 years, um, AI will be everywhere. A lot. The market is going to change a lot. Shopping is going to change a lot. The building is going to change a lot. And I think we're still in the phase of integration. Now people, believe it or not, I believe 70% of the people in the market still not using it or not using it properly. So I believe what is going to happen the next 7 years, somewhere in the next 2-3 years, there's going to be a boom of ideas and good ideas. And then you're going to start seeing a lot of new tools and integration tools like N8N, for example. Yeah, this is fantastic. It came out a few years ago from a guy that he was in Germany working as a developer and then came up the whole thing just out of nowhere because of AI helping to build this. And now there's a multi-million company. I think there's a lot of good idea was going to start popping up here and there. Things will become very, very, very easy. And to give you a small example, I will give you the perfect example from today's conversation with a big client that I had. They did a campaign last year and they photographed around 100 products. They hired models. They spent 2 months photographing assets and they spent more than €500,000 on that. For some eternal reasons, they could not move forward the production because whatever reason happened, all this money are gone. All this effort is gone. But I told them, it was like, yeah, now we need to allocate budget for more. And I'm like, why don't you just get the product images from your product page, put it on Gemini and ask it to make you a video for you? And we're like, huh? Yeah, you can actually do that. Of course, it will take some time and effort, but then you're not going to pay $500,000 and you do not need 11 models. Just put the products, the images into the VO3 and ask it, hey, can you do a 360 of this product? And then a few prompts later, you're going to find it. Simple things like that before you needed a team and you need director, photography, a good camera, good weather, because if the light is not good, maybe it's not working for an outside shot. Things like that, the next 5 years, they will be a standard. If you want to have a video for your web shop, for your company, you just go around with your phone, you take a video, you give it to whatever tool, and it was like create a cinematic video tour, drone style shots and everything. And then there you have it. So these are the things, the productivity and the creativity will be utilized so much. And as I said, whoever is doing it first and better, they're going to benefit the most. But in the end, we're all benefiting out of it. So that's for sure.
So it comes down to always asking yourself, how can we do this better, faster, cheaper? Having a rumble with some people in the company and figuring it out, having the discussion, because otherwise you'll stick into your traditional behavior and you'll continue to do the things like you've always done them. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, exactly. If you don't move, ask anybody in the market how is working, how everything is moving. The answer is fast. Everything is moving fast. People cannot catch up. So if you are not fast, you're not even catching up. You're just falling so far behind. So I think for me, this is the most important thing. Make sure you are at least catching up. I'm not telling you to be in the front, which
No.
I try to be. I try to be in the front of every development. But sometimes I cannot because I miss 1 week for whatever. Then I'm 1 week behind. And for AI, it's a lot. So if you do not even are close with it, there you go. I told you the example with the company today this morning. They wasted $500,000. Why? You could have done that a year ago, and then you can just readjust the prompts, and then you have the images. Simple as that.
So if you were having a conversation with your younger self before you decided to start coding, so picture you having a conversation with somebody that age. What would
Yeah.
be your advice to them?
I Bitcoins. I think so. Yeah, I think my advice, I don't think I would give an advice. I'm very happy where I am. and I'm very happy with who I am, and I've always been. And the reason of that is because I was always curious, and I'm always confident, and I follow always my heart and my passion. And this is something, that I always encourage everybody that struggles with problems in life, whatever. Just follow your heart and your passion, and yeah, your heart will never let you down. This is something that at least I follow my whole life. And if I would meet my younger self, I would tell him, keep going, doing good. You're doing good. Almost 40 now. I have no regrets for anything I've done. So yeah, just stay curious. Stay curious. Yeah, there's always something new to find out and to learn. Learning is the biggest um, asset that you can have. The more knowledge, the better decisions. Data collected from everywhere for
Is it,
yourself.
do you think it's knowledge or is it experiences moving forward?
I think they're the same thing, right? Experience is knowledge, and knowledge is experience. You cannot. Well, actually, you can have knowledge without experience. So I think you need both. I think you need both, but start with knowledge, right? If you want to be a doctor, you need to have first knowledge and then experience.
Yes.
So yeah,
That's
you can also, if you have the luxury, you can also have experience and then knowledge, because that's how it started. But that takes a lot more failure. So I think those things going hand to hand, and knowledge and experience are going hand to hand. So you cannot have one without the other. You need both. But to have both of them, you need curiosity. And this is what ignites everything, curiosity. We went to the moon, 69, because we were curious. And if we went to the moon almost 80 years ago, imagine what we can do today. And if we're not there today, it's because we're not as curious as we were 100 years ago.
It's an interesting topic bringing this up, the trip to the moon, because the same thing is happening at the moment. Was it really curiosity? It doesn't matter. But it was also about showing who's first, right? Is the USA going to be first, Russia, and that the whole thing is also going on with the race to AGI.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
who's going to be first? So yeah, it's
That
also
is that is let's say an effect of curiosity, right?
yeah,
Who's going to go there first? But yeah, to obtain the knowledge to be able to send two people on the moon, it's to have the curiosity 2,000 years ago, looking at the stars and like, okay, how the hell are we going to go there? Is it possible? What is in there? The curiosity is the reason we are here, where we are today as a species. So it's all about curiosity. The more curious, the more advanced you are. Data is everything. And the data goes down to your genes, and then I can keep hours talking about this.
yeah, it's an interesting conversation.
It is an interesting topic. Yeah.
I think it will, hopefully it will help a lot of people, whether you're young and just finished your college or whatever, and you're coming to the market and okay, just be curious. Basically, that's the key thing. Experiment, be curious, and hopefully it will also help a lot of small, medium enterprises, to just get started. Don't stay in your head, but just start fiddling around with these tools. It doesn't really matter which one, but put your creativity in there and just see what happens. Is there any topic that we didn't discuss that you believe, oh, okay, now we're on the point of wrapping up? This is something
I would say for something that I really encourage a lot of people. There's a big, for me, the biggest, the most wasted opportunities come from not utilizing data. And it's something I want to say for all those people that are, they need and they have data in their hands. Try to use it, try to analyze it, create hypotheses, not only for your A/B tests, but also for your business. Use that fearless. And a lot of people afraid, like, I don't want to put my details on the AI because I don't know what's going to happen. What is going to happen? If you're a nice guy, or at least when they take over, they're not going to attack you. So just give everything there. I think it's very important to analyze data and try find patterns from the data, successes, and do not worry about failure. It's going to be a lot of failure, But the topic that I want everybody to know is, if you have a set of data, try to analyze it, create results out of it, and hypotheses of how this data can help you grow your business, grow your mindset, grow you as a person, and just use it. It's very important. Let the data sit on a folder or in your head or on a hard disk somewhere. Just put the data on work, make it work for you, and give you results, because it's very valuable. The most valuable thing we have in 2026 is data. So make it worth.
Thank you, Nikolas,
Thank you very
for sharing your story about how you started your career in hospitality and going through all these phases by experimenting and being curious uh, to to at a point you are right now. You're experimenting with a lot of AI tools. You're building websites in Lovable. We don't need large teams anymore, and you're inspiring and helping others to unplug them from the matrix and to see them that AI
Yes.
is not necessarily evil,
No.
but also it gives you a lot of opportunity.
AI is not evil. We are evil. So
It depends on the user. The tool itself
yeah.
doesn't have any
No, the tool
emotion.
is not
Mm.
evil. Don't worry about this. The tool is not evil. Thank you for inviting me. I want to encourage everybody who has any question further, just reach out to me on LinkedIn. Always very happy to answer your questions and to help you to get to the next step. I'm of these people that believe, if you win, I win, because another person winning is a winning for everybody else.
Yeah. So it's Nikolas Korakidis if you want to
Nikolas
look him up
Korakidis
on LinkedIn. Yeah,
on LinkedIn. Come
when
find
you
me.
say it with your Greek accent, it's much more beautiful.
Yes.
I'm trying.
Yeah, it's good. You're doing good. So
Okay, thank you.
thanks for having me.
Thanks for the conversation. See you at the next episode. Have a good day.
Amazing. Have a good
Bye
one.
bye.
Bye.